What I have here is a Lenco record player that can do 16, 33, 45 and 78 rotations per minute. Now, 45 and 33 you all know. 16 is pretty rare, 78 is not that rare. It's mostly for the shellac records that were made until the mid 50s. For those records you need a separate stylus because the grooves are much wider. That's also why I got this record player, because I had this shell, this head shell here laying around, and I figured I can swap it. But because this cartridge is a bit heavier and I don't want to have to adjust the weight, they have the same designated tracking force, I added a bit of plastic here to add just that gram of weight that it needs. So now I only have to change the head shell, and I can just switch between between 16, technically also 33 and 45, it's the same stylus, and 78 RPM records. Reason I'm making this video is just to show you what a 16 RPM record sounds like. They were mostly made for spoken word, but there's some with music. This is one of them. It's from South Africa. Many of them seem to be. And it actually sounds remarkably okay for something that is sold so little, because 90 minutes of music on a record obviously is kind of practical. So the computer's already recording. I'm going to put the audio that comes from this record player underneath this video so you can hear the proper direct feed from the record player.
Escuta, vamos fazer contrato. Enxuga o pranto barato que te entristece o olhar. Escuta, o nosso amor é fracasso. Já me domina o cansaço de brincar, de te amar. Teus olhos olham a esmo, te falta a coragem de me encarar. Quem trai se trai a si mesmo, num riso, num abraço, num beijo, num olhar. Escuta, quando fechares a porta, não chores, cala, suporta. Não penses mais em voltar.
As you can hear, it's not that bad. It's not perfect. This record obviously has a bit of wear to it. It's from, I think, around 1960. But with a properly built record player like this Lenco, you actually get quite an enjoyable soundtrack, especially good enough for background music use. And I wish I had more. I only have one other 16 RPM record. It's a 7-inch with 6 tracks on it. But this one definitely sounds better, and it looks pretty cool with the old CBS logo and the loads of tiny narrow tracks. But yeah, that's my Lenco playing a 16 RPM record, and I couldn't find any proper audio feed of a relatively modern record player, or at least modern cartridge with modern arm-ish, playing a 16 RPM record. I figured I'd make one myself. So there you go, and now I'm going to record the B-roll, all of the close-up shots. The shot you see right now with the whole record player in view is actually the shot that matches with the audio here. So there you go. Little video editing tidbit for you. Have a good night.